Well, we can cross live now to candidate for the European Parliament from the Finnish National Conservative Freedom Alliance Party, Armando Mima. You're most welcome to the programme.
Thank you.
The Russian president implied that the Ukraine conflict may be nearing its end. What do you make of that, and who do you see as laying out the conditions for that perhaps going forward?
Yes, I think the analysis of President Putin regarding the conflict in Ukraine is very clear. The conflict is indeed coming to an end, but this end has to be decided yet. So this end can be decided by both sides, by the West and by Russia, either in a good way or either in a bad way. Now, let me explain. Russia, the Russian government, it seems to me that is contemplating the idea of setting an end to this conflict. Now, what this means exactly for us in Europe? I think it means that the Russian elites are contemplating the idea of ending the war through all possible means, and this includes the possibility of a nuclear strike. So this is a very, very scary moment for Europe. We have the European leaders that seems to be completely detached from reality, and it seems they have lost their minds, and they also have lost their sense of history, where exactly this conflict is heading. I think for sure we can say that in the escalation ladder, if the conflict continues, it will extend to other countries. Now, of course, Russia does not want that. And during his speech, President Putin has made very clear that even with Europe, the door for dialogue remains open. But unfortunately, from our side, we continue to close this door of diplomacy.
Despite no invitations going out this year, several top foreign officials attended Victory Day in Moscow, the commemorations, including Slovak Prime Minister Fico. He says his fellow EU leaders will be very interested in his visit. We can take a listen together to what was said.
What
did Putin say? What did Putin say? Well, you should go there and talk to him. We're a small state. Slovakia is a small country that defends its own national interests. And I clearly told President Putin that we are in the European Union. This is our living space. And we want to be in the European Union. That means I cannot make decisions that would harm the European Union as a whole. Nor do I make them. The fact that I went to lay wreaths at the grave of the unknown Red Army soldier hopefully does not violate or harm the European Union as such.
Mr. Mima, do you think Brussels will heed that advice, that suggestion, and reach out to Vladimir Putin directly?
Yes, Fico has demonstrated to be among the very few mature leaders in Europe. And unfortunately, it cannot be said the same of the other EU leaders. As I said, the EU leaders are detached from reality. They meet with each other and they give their hands to each other and talk to each other, saying that we are weakening Russia, we are imposing our terms. But I think what happened during the parade, that Kiev restrained from attacking Russia during the event, I think they took very seriously the warnings coming from Russia. And I think that is a first signal that the Western elites are starting to understand that a nuclear strike in Ukraine is becoming a reality. And the fact that they listened to the warning to this time, it gives me some hope that in the near future they will listen again to similar warnings.
Can I ask you about the German Chancellor's reaction as well, stating that he will have a, quote, serious conversation with Mr. Fico when he returns from Moscow. In fact, let's listen to what came from that.
Robert Fico knows that this is not our common view. I deeply regret that. And we will talk with him about this day in Moscow today. We are celebrating Europe Day here in Stockholm today, and this is something completely different.
Can I ask you about the posture some European leaders assume against their counterparts? It's almost like a parent preparing to discipline a misbehaving child.
Yes, indeed, they act as if they are morally superior. And my advice to Merz is the same as the one for Kallas, to go and study history again, because clearly the Soviets have lost the majority of lives fighting against Hitler and Nazism. So saying that this is not about Europe, it's a big mistake. Russia has fought together with the United States against Hitler during Second World War, and denying this historical fact is a lie. So please, my advice for him is to go and study history again, and to understand that if we have freedom today in Europe, is also thanks to the brave soldiers who gave their life for our freedom today in Europe.
Live from Helsinki, member of the Finnish National Conservative Freedom Alliance Party, Mr. Armando Mimet. Thank you so much.
Thank you.